Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushua, Barakatha Yahweh, Barakatha Yahushua Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers teaching in truth and in sincerity. This lesson will be entitled One Better Than Two, not in this case. Lord will, you are edified. 1 Corinthians 15:44. It is sown a natural body. It is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. Verse 45. And so it is written, and this is the point, the focal point for this lesson. The first man, Adam, was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. Now, if you can receive this, Adam was Yahushua according to biblical doctrine. And this understanding is from the Holy Spirit. All right. Let's prove that Yahushua was Adam. Revelation 1:8. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, said the Lord Yahushua, which is, and which was, and which is to come, the Almighty. The Almighty, okay? Now, Alpha means what? Beginning. And Omega means ending. Now, from a spiritual sense, all right, you can apply Yahushua being Adam, going back into the beginning, and also the ending when Yahushua is coming as himself, okay? First Corinthians 15:45, and so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul. So what does this mean? Let's go to Genesis 1:27. Genesis 1:27. So the Elohim created man in his own image. Now this means what? God in the Hebrew means powers, rulers, judges, okay? Now for God in the Hebrew, that means Elohim. The Elohim, or the powers, consisted of Yahushua and the elected angels, all right? And they created everything we see and don't see from the blueprint of Yahweh, okay? So the Elohim created man in his own image, all right? Remember, Yahushua and the elected angels created everything we see and don't see from the blueprint of Yahweh, all right? In the image of the Elohim created he him. Male and female created he them. Now, the image, meaning what? Adam, receiving the laws, statutes, and the commandments, all right? Because before we were Israelites, we were known as sons of the power, and prior to that, we were also known as Adamites, okay? In the image of the Elohim created he him, male and female created he them. And just further proof to back what I'm saying, Genesis 5:1. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that the Elohim created man, in the likeness of the Elohim made he him. Okay, or we could read this. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day the Elohim created man, in the likeness of the power made he him. Okay, verse 2. Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam in the day when they were created. All right, now let's revert back. going into Genesis 1 and 27. Major focal point, image. Okay, image. Now let's jump to Genesis 2 and 7. This image. All right, Genesis 2 and 7. And the Lord Yahweh, power, formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. All right, this is just another way, or being more specific, going into the image. Okay, the image is nothing but Adam receiving the law, statutes, and the commandments, meaning he was civilized. But guess what? He could not keep the law, statutes, and the commandments perfect because of this sinful flesh. He was in that natural body. Going back to 1 Corinthians 1 Corinthians 15 and 44, it is sown a natural body. It is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. Natural body.
Strong's G 5591. Psuchikas. Psuchikas.
Meaning what? The sensuous nature, which is subjection to appetite and passion. Meaning what? This fleshly body, all right, is subject to sin. All right, let's go back to Genesis 2 and 7. And the Lord Yahweh power formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. All this means is, all right, that Adam was formed in the image, all right, of the Most High. How so? Because he received all statutes and the commandments. All right, he became a living soul. All right, but guess what? He could not keep the laws perfectly. All right, so 15, it's like in 1 Corinthians 15 and 45. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. How so? Because when Yahushua came as himself, all right, the Most High Yahweh programmed him to be perfect, all right? And let's prove that. Because also, Yahushua was the complete image of Yahweh from a spiritual standpoint and from a physical standpoint. And by him being that facsimile of the Most High, all right, guess what? He was made a quickening spirit. Key point, quickening. So let's go back to Hebrews 1 and 3. Who being the brightness of his glory and the express image of his person, all right? Yahushua, all right, that quickening spirit, the second Adam, not the first Adam, but the second Adam, who being the brightness of his glory and the express image of his person. All right, let's focus on express. Now, this is where you get the term character from.
Strong's G 5481. Charakter. Charakter.
All right, according to outline of biblical usage, to be the exact expression, the image of any person or thing, marked likeness, precise reproduction in every respect, from a spiritual standpoint and from a physical standpoint. Facsimile. And when you look this term up, it means the exact copy. All right. So Yahweh Shai is the character of Yahweh. All right. And so it is written, the first man, Adam, was made a living soul, meaning he received the law, statutes, and the commandments, but he could not keep them perfectly, all right, because of this sinful flesh, all right. The last Adam, referring to Yahushua as himself, and guess what? He was the express image of the Most High from a spiritual sense and from a physical sense. And he was able to perfect the law within the flesh, meaning what? He did not sin, was made a quickening spirit. All right? So, is one better than two? Not in this case, okay? Let's focus on quickening.
Strong's G 2227. Zoa poieo. Zoa poieo.
All right, now, according to outline of biblical usage, two, to cause to live, make alive, give life. All right, and this is what Yahushua does for the elect, giving us, Lord will, we are the hopeful elect, that Holy Spirit. Okay, to restore to life. All right, this is what Yahushua does for the elect. 3, metaphor of seeds quickeneth into life. The seeds is referring to the elect. Example given, germinating, springing up, growing. All right. The first man, Adam, was made a living soul. The last Adam was made a quickening spirit. Okay? Why? Because Yahushua was that facsimile or that character of the Most High. All right? He was created in the image of Yahweh. And furthermore, the Most High programmed him to be perfect, to keep the laws and the statutes and the commandments perfectly, something he could not do when he was Adam. So one is not better than two in this case. 1 Corinthians 15:44. It is sown a natural body, it is raised a spiritual body. There is a natural body and there is a spiritual body. And this is what Yahushua has done for us based on the blueprint from Yahweh. Okay? Spiritual.
Strong's G 4152. Pneumatikas. Pneumatikas.
And this is where you get pneumonia from, okay? Belonging to the divine spirit of power, the Holy Spirit. One who is filled with and governed by the Spirit of the Most High. Pertaining to the wind or breath, windy, exposed to the wind blowing. So Yahushua has exposed us to the wind because he is that quickening spirit, the complete image of Yahweh. Okay? This is what he does for the elect. Last precept, Revelation 5 and 5. And one of the elders said unto me, referring to one of the 24 elders, weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, referring to Yahushua, the root of David, also another title for Yahushua, have prevailed, meaning overcome, to open the book, referring to the Holy Scriptures, and to loose the seals, and to loose the 7 seals thereof, meaning what? Releasing understanding to the elect via the Holy Spirit. Verse 6, and I beheld, and lo, in the midst of the throne and of the 4 beasts, referring to the 4 archangels, and in the midst of the elders, referring to the 24 elders, stood a lamb as it had been slain. Meaning what? Once Yahushua was crucified, and once he gave up the spirit, he appeared directly, into the spiritual world, or into the spirit world, Salakia. Stood a lamb as it had been slain, having 7 horns, completion of power. That is what this is referring to. And 7 eyes, meaning what? Complete knowing, completed understanding, which are the 7 spirits of the Most High sent forth into all the earth. Okay? First Corinthians 15:45, the last Adam, referring to Yahushua, was made a quickening spirit. Lord will you edify. Shalom.